Building without estimation is like traveling without knowing your destination. And you know what? You definitely get lost financially. Hi guys, welcome to Cost My Build platform. My name is Becca. If you've ever started a building project in Ghana, then you probably heard this thing or something like this, where your contractor or maybe anyone that you have put, your foreman, will come and tell you that, oh boss, with this building here, trust me, it won't even go above 80,000 Ghana cedis. Then halfway through the project, you hear something like, oh boss, cement price it has increased though. We underestimated the cost of the cement. We underestimated the cost of the blocks, and you didn't even budget for that, because what you budgeted for was 80,000, depending on what the contractor or the foreman mentioned earlier. Then now roofing alone, extra costs, and then before you realize that 80,000 cedis that you had budgeted for has then gone up to maybe 100 or 140,000 cedis. Now the painful part is, most people think this happens only because of dishonest contractors. But the truth is, a lot of building budgets fail because people start projects without proper planning, realistic estimates, and full visibility of materials or cost of materials. So in this video, we are talking about why budgets keep changing, the hidden costs nobody talks about, and why I'm doing this video, and how you can avoid financial surprises before starting your project. You see, one of the biggest mistakes people make when building is they start building based on emotions instead of calculations. Maybe you just bought a land, maybe your friends are building, maybe family pressure, or maybe you have saved some money and decided, let me start something small. So people start with like a few trip of sands, because sand trip is not so expensive. It is something you can easily get, especially when you want to secure your land. Then some cement, and then a mason's estimate, because hey, that's the convenient one, because you feel you can just trust the words of your mason, and then so you allow your mason to do an estimation for you on what amount the building project is going to cost you. But building is not something you figure out along the way, because every stage actually affects another stage. If your foundation changes, your block count changes. If your design changes, your roofing changes. If your finishing changes, your electrical and plumbing cost increases too. And suddenly your small project becomes a financial burden, something you didn't even expect. And this is the biggest one. So most people only budget for what they can see, blocks, cement, iron rod, and they forget about that hidden costs like the transportation, the labor, the electrical works, the plumbing, or maybe the POP ceiling, tiles, paint. Because even paint, the painting also varies. It depends on the kind of paint you want. It depends on the kind of aesthetics that you are actually looking out for. Waste disposal, carpenter works, everything that has to do with building your dream home. And these hidden costs actually adds up fast, and you won't even see it coming. So sometimes your finishing alone can cost you almost about the same amount as your structure. That's why some people complete the outside of the house and stay stuck for years trying to finish the inside, because trust me, building alone is not easy. So don't blame your neighbor, or don't look down upon your neighbor when you see your neighbor having an uncompleted building, because it takes a lot of work and a lot of money. A lot of people rely on verbal estimates, like they'll say, oh, probably madam, it will be around this amount. But around this amount is dangerous when it comes to construction. Very, very dicey, because without a detailed estimate, you can't plan properly. You can't prepare for inflation. Inflation happens even in the government. You can feel it, we see it. And you can't compare vendor pricing. You can't control spending. Now imagine entering a supermarket without knowing your budget. You tend to misuse the money or maybe overspend. That's exactly how many people build. When they buy materials little by little without understanding the total project cost, and midway through the project the money gets finished. This one, it happens all the time, most of the time. So you start with a simple plan, then later you want bigger doors, extravagantly beautiful gates, your tiles alone, you want it looking like the hotel tiling. Some hotel tiling is like the 5-star hotel tiling. When you add POP ceiling, you extend the kitchen, you want it very big with a lot of cabinets. Then you also, every small change actually affects the budget. So the problem is most people don't realize that the construction decisions are connected. Now, changing one thing can increase material costs, labor costs, and even project duration. So what you will see as a small adjustment can suddenly add thousands of cedis to your budget. Now, this is what I'm going to introduce to you. A lot of these problems can actually be avoided with proper planning, and this is why the platform like Cost My Build is important. So instead of guessing your building cost, you can easily estimate your project before even starting, which means you understand what each stage may cost you. The first floor, the second floor, the third floor. If you want a 4-bedroom house, 5-bedroom house, you can easily use the estimation feature on Cost My Build. So you can prepare financially, you can reduce unnecessary spending and avoid shocking surprises midway, because we have all the vendors on the platform. So you can simply estimate the building cost or your project cost, compare the pricing with different vendors on the platform, get the estimation as well from trusted contractors on the platform and trusted developers on the platform. Because the truth is, building without estimation is like traveling without knowing the destination. And you know it. You definitely get lost financially. A smart builder plans before laying the first block. Because I know it gets to that stage where you want to make yourself proud and build, or maybe that pressure, because everyone is building and you see that actually everyone is building. You can also build, so why not? But if you don't plan, that's where that money that you didn't expect to spend, you tend to spend it without knowing it. And especially in Ghana, where material pricing changes often, planning has become more important than ever. So before you start your next project, you don't just ask, how much can I start with? You ask, how much will this project actually cost from start to finish? And you go on to the Cost My Build platform and put in your detailed type of project and use the estimation feature. The goal is not just to start building. The goal is to finish building without unnecessary stress. So if you're planning to build, renovate, or manage a project, take your time to estimate properly before spending using the Cost My Build platform. And if you want smarter planning for your construction journey, you would also have to use the Cost My Build. Explore the tools that can help you estimate and manage your project better. All with the Cost My Build website. Using Cost My Build, you can actually make your estimations and also manage your project better. Now, this is all I have for you on this episode. Now, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more real conversations about building in Ghana, property mistakes, and project planning. Remember to also check out our website www.cosmybuild.com. Explore the features, make the best decision today. I'll see you on the next episode.